Alright, welcome to my One Punch Man early gameplay and review. So these three skins will be in the item shop tonight, so you don't have to wait very long. So first of all, let's talk about the pricing. As you can see right here, this is everything that's included. So the entire bundle is $3,800, and you get the three skins, you get 3 pickaxes, 3 back blings, a glider, which is absolutely amazing because that's such a rarity to get a glider in one of these collab bundles. I'll take that for sure. 3 emotes, and then apparently One Punch Man has a interlocked emote as well. And then there's a wrap and an instrument. So all of that for $3,800. And then there's also a car bundle for $1,500. It's the Jackal bundle. And it has some One Punch Man decals, which I'll do a full gameplay and review on separately. Can't wait to show you that. So stay tuned for that video. Again, that's the Jackal for $1,500. But the bundle itself, $3,800. And then the skins sold individually are $1,500. Okay, let's take a look at all 3 of the skins. So this is One Punch Man himself. So his name is Saitama. Now, I have a question for you guys. I tweeted this out, and nobody seems to know. He has this glitch effect to him, and I don't know why. So watch. He'll be like static right there. Did you see that? It's like he's a hologram. And based on the replies to my tweet, nobody seems to know either. They said that's not part of the show. Maybe it's just a glitch. But you can see he's like spazzing in and out of reality. Isn't that weird? And it happens more definedly when you swap to him. So watch this. Okay, now pay close attention. It's going to happen quick. Here you go. See, he kind of fades in like an old television. And look at all that glitchiness. What is that? This is the main character, however, and he does have another style. And it is the serious face Saitama. I like this one. I like his defined serious face there. And when we zoom in, again, you can see the glitchy effect. It'll happen here. It's periodically. Sometimes it's on his upper half, sometimes lower half. Is it going to do it now? Well, just a little bit. Oh, right there. Yeah, see? What is that? So with this face, he kind of reminds me of an alien. But then this face, yeah, he looks like a real superhero. So just a spoiler alert, I have not seen One Punch Man yet. I've seen a few clips, and I really want to watch it now. After seeing a few bits and pieces of episodes, this is definitely on my to-watch list. So his description, by the way, says he works as a hero for fun. Next up is Genos, a young cyborg and student of Saitama. So he looks like the coolest character, in my opinion. And he's got a cool name, Genos. He's a cyborg as well. He has a transformation emote. What? I can't wait to see that. And he also has a glow. That's awesome. Other than his arms, you really can't tell he's a cyborg. Man, he's got like the Iron Man thing on his hand too. This is awesome. I gotta see his transformation emote. Let's actually check that out real quick. So we'll come down to emotes. Here we go. Bout. Okay. He turns like a molten lava color. Wait, how's that a transformation though? Does he turn his glow on and off maybe? Yes, I think that is what's happening. Okay, that's sweet. And then lastly, the only female, this is the Terrible Tornado. So I don't know why they didn't put her real name. Her real name is actually Tatsumaki. So she goes by the Terrible Tornado, but I don't know if they just didn't think people could say Tatsumaki or what, but I guess we're going to call her the Terrible Tornado. It says a psionic who takes down monsters with supernatural powers. Now, in the show, she looks really small. But here, she looks almost the same size as these two. I mean, you could definitely tell she's smaller. Especially the One Punch Man. He is way tall. But we'll see in game what she looks like. And she's the only one with no styles or transformation emote. As for the backbling, we've got Genos' core. That's pretty cool. It literally says core all over it. Now we have these drumsticks for One Punch Man, but I didn't see anything about drums on the email I got in this collab, so I'm not sure. I did see about the mic right here. This is for the Terrible Tornado. And then we've got Saitama's alarm clock, which is a limb reactive, and you can turn the reactivity off if you prefer. And then lastly, the tiny Terrible Tornado. That's pretty sweet. A little plushie of herself. Pickaxes, you can use the mic if you want. We've got the telekinetic edge for the terrible tornado. We've got Supermarket's shopping bag. And then we've got the mechanical fist hammer. So this must be One Punch Man's? That's weird, right? I don't understand that reference either. But this one says Genos on it, so I guess that's for him. And we also have a glider. Like I said, absolutely amazing to have a glider featured in this bundle. So I'm not actually sure if I'm pronouncing this right. It looks like Centichoro, but it also looks like a centipede. Pretty creepy and fits the season theme for sure. I like it. I can't wait to see the deploy. It doesn't look that big from this perspective, but then when you turn him around, you're like, whoa, he's huge. Look at that. Takes up the full screen. That's awesome. Now we have 3 emotes here. Saitama's routine. Every single day. Oh man, he's doing 100 of everything. Well, it's supposed to be 100. That's awesome. That's how you get in shape, apparently. We've got... Okay. That's nice. Then we got psychokinesis. Now you're also supposed to get a wrap, but I don't have the wrap for some reason. They did not give me the wrap, so I don't know what that looks like. Nothing shows up when I type in punch, and if I go to recent, I don't see it either. There's nothing new. So I don't know what the wrap looks like, unfortunately. I can't show you that just yet, sadly. Okay, we've got everything equipped. Let's hop in and take a look. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this glider, the giant centipede. Ooh, that is a creepy deploy. I like that. Listen again. Reminds me of a giant Zergling from StarCraft. Look at all the little arms flailing about. There's backwards. Too bad you can't see its face, though, because it was terrifyingly creepy. Very cool. I love that noise. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at Saitama. So first of all, let's see if he has that glitchy effect in-game. I don't think he does. So that must just be in the locker. Oh, nope, there it was. Okay, he still has it. Darn it. His colors kind of look faded, don't they? Like washed out? Is he supposed to be that dull of color scheme? I'm not sure. You can definitely still see the glitch, though. Now, I'm reading some of the replies on Twitter right now. Some people are saying this is not supposed to be like that. So maybe this is a glitch, an actual glitch. Yeah, but it kind of makes him look like a hologram, doesn't it? Because he keeps fading in and out, sort of. But I feel like his colors aren't supposed to look like this either. I feel like he's supposed to be more vibrant. I don't know, though. In some of the images, he does have that faded color, so maybe that's appropriate. I don't understand the milk and leak pickaxe, though, so someone will have to explain that to me. Does he carry that a lot? Does he go shopping a lot for milk and leeks? That's kind of funny if so. So he looks pretty clean, though, all things considered. It looks like the back bling does not actually tell time. It's not 7:05 currently. It's 9:46, so that's not time-oriented there, but he looks pretty good. Let's turn off the lights. Okay, so no real glow to him. He's got that Mr. Clean baldness too. And you can definitely see the glitchy effect sporadically occurring. Alright, let's do the pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation. Here we go. Okay, so nothing really special there. His cape actually looks pretty good. I'm usually not a fan of capes whatsoever, but this doesn't look too bad. There is a little bit of a special splash effect there. You can see some of the leak breaks off. How about any weak spots? No, I didn't notice anything there. You can see the milk actually flies around in the bag, so that's good physics there on the milk. Nothing special hitting somebody. How about his aim down sights? Let's see. Unfortunately, like I said, I can't show the wrap because I don't have it. Aim down sight's really clean, especially because he has no hair. Cape looks good. You can still see the glitchy effect. Yeah, very, very smooth aim down sights. That's great. All right, let's see the reactivity on this clock backbling. Let's actually make the alarm noise. Here we go. It sure did. Now, sadly, I don't get the reference to that either, because it looks like the whole clock implodes outwards. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. I do like that it made the ringing effect. So that's exactly the same. Pretty cool. Let's do some of the emotes. Here's his routine. Oh, it takes his cape off. I love this. This is so cool. And this will be unlimited. It's not a copy emote though, so nobody else can do it. That's pretty fun. You can move around a little bit. Here's the psychokinesis. This is for the terrible tornado though. Okay, and then lastly we've got, well, just as I said. Okay. If you eliminate someone and do that, that's kind of cool. You're like, yeah, you were okay. You're just okay. Whatever. I like that. So you can't remove his cape. It's permanent. However, you can remove his back bling. So let's take that off. And then let's change to his serious face. He looks more buff in this one as well. Holy crap. Let's look from the front. Yeah, I actually like this style a lot better. Let's see if his aim down sights changes at all. I mean, you got more defined lines there. You can see the bold lines that make him more buff. But pretty much it's the same aim down sights. I doubt he has any reactivity otherwise without the back bling. Let's see. No. Let's see if his emote changes at all. Probably still do it the same way. Not quite 100 there, One Punch Man. Pretty cool. All right, let's try Genos next. He looks pretty sweet. All right, so a lot darker color scheme here. Let's take a look from the front. Very cool looking character. I feel like he would be a fan favorite. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Is Genos pretty sweet in the show? I'm assuming the core has to do with him being a cyborg, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks fairly low-key and really clean, though. I bet his aim-down sights are going to be smooth. Let's take a look at him in the dark first. Okay, so the pickaxe obviously animated with some fire on the back. It's a ginormous fist. And then we've got the back bling, the core, lighting up just a bit. Let's take a look at the pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation. Here we go. Okay, good contrail there. I'm assuming it's going to have an orange splash, please. Yeah, that looks good. Big fire explosion. Nothing on the weak spots, though. Fiery explosion when you hit somebody. That's good. Let's take a look at the aim down sights. Here we go. Okay, so his shoulder guards are a little bulky. Kind of absorbs the back end of your wrap. So not as smooth as One Punch Man's aim down sights, but still pretty clean all around. Here's the crouch. Not too bad. This wrap actually goes a little bit with him. Now, obviously, they're all cel-shaded characters as well. I shouldn't have to point that out, but just in case. Let's see if that back bling is reactive. Here we go. Oh, heck yeah, it is. I don't think it said it was reactive. That thing lit up like a solar flare. Let's do it again, but in the dark this time. Here we go. That's really cool. Just a simple explosion, and then it rapidly fades back to normal. I like that. That's pretty smooth. So not only does Genos look cool, but he also has the built-in emote, which can trigger his secondary style, which is phenomenal. Here we go. Let's do it. It's called Bout. And now look at us. We've got this nice orange glow that matches the pickaxe. That's actually really cool. Now we're talking. We're cooking now. Let's see what it looks like in the light. So it's more yellowish in the day. But that's pretty sweet. I mean, obviously you can pick this style as well, and then you can revert back. That is awesome. He kind of glows to red. Let's look in the dark and from the front when we do this. Here we go. Yeah, that is really cool. And even his chest glows a bit there. And then here he is fading away. That is awesome. I love transformation emotes. Some of my favorite in the entire game. I will take that hands down. Let's see if anything changes with these emotes. Okay. How about the psychokinesis? I wonder if the terrible tornado does something different with this. Maybe, maybe not. And then how about this one? Will he still do as many as One Punch Man did? Yep. That's going to be such a fun emote to do in game. I can't wait. So, another clean skin. These are good so far. Even having never seen the show, I feel like these are 100% runnable in game. Let's take the backbling off though. Okay, so if you don't like that extra protrusion from the backbling or the reactivity on it, he looks just fine without it. In fact, like I showed before, when you do his bout emote, it makes him glow a little bit on the back and the front. So you can see those lines right there. Let's turn the lights off so you can see it a little better. See? So that's a nice addition, I guess, if you want to not run the backbling. It's very faint, but it's definitely noticeable, especially in the dark. Definitely an awesome character right here, Genos. Pretty sweet. Now let's take a look at the only female, the terrible tornado. So again, this is Tatsumaki. And, ooh, she looks good too with that teal color scheme and this miniature version of herself. I actually think that looks really good. She's kind of got that octopus dress on. Yeah, so she looks serious. You can see her dress casually flows in the breeze as well. Love that green and black. Another low-key design. And her pickaxe looks like it flows quite nicely. Very clean. I think she may have the worst aim down sights, though, judging by her Medusa hair that kind of curls up, but we'll see. Let's do the pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation. Here we go. Okay, so did you hear the withdrawal? It's got like a magical sound effect to it, almost like a sorcerer's staff. Seems like it's really powerful. See if there's a splash. Heck yeah, there is. Look at that. It's like a smoky explosion. That's clean. I don't see any weak spot reactivity. If we hit a player. Sounds pretty good there. Alright, let's take a look at her aim down sights. Yeah. It's not too bad. It doesn't cover as much as the wrap as Genos did. So One Punch Man definitely has the best aim down sights. Then I'd probably say Miss Tornado here. And then Genos, because of his bulky shoulder. It's not bad though. You can see the little plush when you kneel. Alright, let's try our emotes first before we get in the limb. Do the One Punch Man routine. Well, that's still the same, so that doesn't change for anyone. How about the okay? Oh, still shrugs the shoulder. This one's specifically hers. No, that looked about the same. Okay. Now in the dark, I don't think she has anything that glows other than her pickaxe. It's kind of outlined a bit. Nope, I don't see anything. How about her backbling? Does it do anything? Here we go. It does not. It does have some physics though. You can see her arms are going up and down, as is her hair. Now she also has the instrument, so let's equip that and see what that looks like. So not a big fan of the microphones as pickaxes or backblings just because they're so large. Look how big that is. Same thing for the pickaxe version. It's just huge. So her pickaxe looks pretty much just like this mic, but it's smaller and cleaner looking. So I would definitely run her normal pickaxe as opposed to this. Pretty much the same contrail and same explosion though. Yeah, so nothing really special about this. More suited for Fortnite Festival. And here she is with no backbling. I'm really disappointed I can't see the wrap. I really wanted to see how it flows with these characters, but I don't even know what color it is. I'm assuming it's going to match One Punch Man with a yellowish red color scheme, but I'm not 100% sure. So all three of these skins are really, really good. And that's coming from someone who has never seen the show. I think Genos might actually be my favorite, but Saitama looks pretty sweet too, as does Tatsumaki here. So I don't know. These are all really, really good looking skins. The only drawback is they're all cell shaded. So again, if you don't like cell shaded, you're probably not going to enjoy these as much as everybody else. Okay, we did not try the drums on One Punch Man. So let's just see that real quick. Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad. I think I prefer the alarm clock just because it's reactive, but let's just test this too and see if it's reactive. Could be like an old lady and bop, whack him with your purse. That's actually a shopping bag, but here we go. Nope, no reactivity there. Still, they definitely match the color scheme better than the alarm clock. I feel like the reactivity on the clock was pretty sweet. All right. So lastly, they do all three have Lego versions, if you were looking forward to that. Here's the terrible tornado. They kind of smushed her dress down, obviously. And then Genos. Okay, he might look the worst out of all three of them. Let's do some of the emotes here in Lego and see what those look like. The squat didn't look right at all. Okay, here's the okay. And the psychokinesis. Pretty sweet. And let's check out, lastly, Genos' built-in emote in Lego. So he doesn't actually stay like that. Still not bad. Shout out to my Twitter follower, Raider. They asked me if they had Lego variants. I would not have remembered that had Raider not said something. So thank you so much. They definitely do have Lego variants though. Pretty sweet. So there you go. One Punch Man arrives in the item shop tonight. 3 amazing skins. Having never watched the show, I was quite impressed with all of them. Definitely one of the better anime collabs we've had in a while. So I know a lot of people were looking forward to this, and I think it was worth the wait. I can't imagine how stoked people are going to be if you actually have watched the show and are a true fan of this. This is going to be amazing. The only thing I don't understand is why One Punch Man has this glitchy effect. And that might actually be a glitch that they'll have to fix. We'll have to see. But there you go. Let me know in the comments who your favorite is of these 3 skins. They were all pretty impressive. Genos might win for me just because he has the built-in emote, which turns in this awesome orange-yellow color. And like I said, there's also a car collab, which I'm going to do a separate video on, so as not to extend this any longer than it needs to be. So there you go. It arrives tonight. Please consider using a Support-A-Creator Code if you buy any of these. If you like this review, feel free to use mine, which is Tabor time. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated. And as mentioned, don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor time.